I am the African witch bitch hoodoo practitioner. Hello, everybody. Hi. I know it's been a while since I've been on. I know it's been a while, but y'all got to understand that y'all auntie is busy upon busy. But today, as I told the people who are in the tea room, if you are not a member of the Facebook group, the African Witch Bitch Tea Room, I highly recommend it. It's where you go, kick up your feet, sip some tea, and learn with your hoodoo cousins, your aunties, and we have an admin coven that teaches and just gives guidance, and help, support. So I made an announcement. I want to say last week that I have an AWB major announcement of a new reader that I would like to introduce. She is approved under the AWB banner. She is amazing. She is absolutely 100% amazing. And you guys already know I would never send anybody to you that I wouldn't use myself. I would never send anybody to you that didn't have a high level of morality, that didn't have a high level of ethics. I would never send anybody to you that had a hint of scamming energy. And this person is just that. She is amazing. Not only is she not a scammer, she's absolutely a person who really believes in helping ushering people into healing. That is one of her strong suits. She knows what it feels like to, be hurt. She knows what it feels like to heal and lift herself up out of mess. And she's one of those people that want to help usher you in the same way as do I. So I want to introduce you guys to the new reader. Her name is Empri. I am so proud and honored to work with her to helping people. Excuse me. Y'all also gonna have to excuse my background. I promise y'all, I'm getting better. I'm in the store in my office, and these damn cats is ripping and running around and shit. So if they do make their debut in the middle of this live, it is not my fault. I love the cats and I love the kids. What can I say? These are my niece's cats, and they are welcome here to snuggle me or you anytime. Now, before I bring up my crew, today we got the Hawaiian Boo. You guys already know him. You have gotten your birth chart read by him, and if you have not, you should. Especially if you are a parent. You want to know what's going on with them kids. You want to know what to expect from these kids in the next couple of months, year, 10 years, whatever. You want to know why they do what they do. You want to know why your son leave his funky ass socks in the middle of the floor, why your daughter don't want to listen, why she always got her heads buried in books, and why she's always sitting up daydream. You want to know? Get your kids' birth charts read. You meet a new dude, I don't know if you can get his birth information, because in order to get a birth chart read, you got to have the time of birth, the place of birth, and their name and shit like that. A lot of people don't like to give out sensitive information, but definitely highly recommend it for the kids. Hello, Busy B21. Hi, Sherelle Brown. Hello. So I'm going to go ahead and add the crew to the screen, and I'm going to drop the link. Today's subject, before I drop the link, let me tell you about the subject for today. As usual, you guys, please feel free to click the link once I drop it to bring you backstage so that you can be brought on screen to be given a mini reading. Ask any questions that you'd like in regards to the subject from Empri. She is a tarot reader. Like I said, today's subject is healing through trauma, especially if it was inflicted by way of family and the church. Now, let me explain. And the reason why this subject is so deep is because of the time of season that 'tis the year for suicidal ideations, attempts, and successes. Because people are really in their feelings around the holiday season. It's really difficult for people during the holiday season. We get a lot of calls at the shop from people who want to end their life. Hawaiian Boo took a couple of weeks ago when he was visiting and helped people. And yeah, we do. We will direct you to the right mental health people, places in your area to assist you. And if you just need somebody to damn it talk to, I have already said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. I would rather sit and talk to you for a few minutes if I have the time than to read about your obituary tomorrow. So we're here to assist any way we can. I am gonna drop the link. So if you are interested in coming up, please feel free. There is the link in the chat. Admins, do your thing. If you see anybody coming in here with that funky ass coochie energy or that stanky peen energy, I have Hawaiian Boo. I've dropped to the screen. Hello. And I have Empri. And like I said, it is a pleasure. It is an absolute 100% pleasure to work with you guys. Like I said, this time of year is very difficult for a lot of people. Very, very difficult. A lot of people have been inflicted with trauma. And when you get a whole bunch of people together, like family gatherings, family dinner, all meeting up, shit gets surfaced. Some people have a lot of anxiety about meeting with their family this time of year. They don't want to meet with their family. Why don't they want to meet with their family? Because it unearths trauma that they have dealt with, especially people in the church. I can't tell you how many LGBTQ people I have had call me up, send me emails, how they don't want to go to a Thanksgiving dinner because they can't bring their mate, or they're going to be questioned about who they are. And I have people who are non-Christians that have the same thing, or maybe they've had some trauma in the church. So if this is you and you really want to talk about it, please feel free to click the link. We are here for you. And the backstage is filling up. I see the backstage is filling up. So go ahead, Hawaiian Boo, introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi everyone. Again, it's good to see everyone. Um, yeah, I wanted to congratulate and welcome Empri, a part of our collective, and for filling the spot that was well needed. Um, Also, I agree with you that she'll also bring a new flair to what we're going, in the direction that we're going. So I'm grateful that she's here, and I'm very grateful to work with everyone in our group.
Oops, sorry, I was muted. As am I. As am I. Embry, please go ahead and introduce yourself for the people, baby.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi to all. Um, yes, I go by Embry, but my name is Selena. Um, I am a channeler. I do channel. I use tarot and oracle, but most importantly, I just channel spirit. I follow my intuition. My goal is to empower, bring healing, understanding to a lot of circumstances of to why we're going through things, why you are simply the way you are. So it's that recognition of coming home back to yourself. Um, it is an honor to be having this position to work with Tiffany. I've always loved Tiffany because of her authenticity, her ethics, her morals. Um, I love Nina. Even his energy is really the authenticity, the honesty, and the caring, the care that they offer to people. It's genuine. It's not about money. It's actually because they answer their call. They genuinely care, and I resonate with that a lot. And so, with giving that, when it comes to the readings, I'm a very ethical reader. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what it is simply. I'm going to encourage you because it is a lot of tough truths, a lot of hard truths, a lot of difficult situations that we're in. And I'm not going to just say, oh, yeah, it can get better or it will get better. It's yes, it can. But if you don't put in the effort, if you don't do this, if you don't do that. So I'm just going to be very honest. And then, and I hope to teach you the understanding when it comes to the readings as well. I just don't want to just give you a fortune and then just like, okay, kick you out. So with that, I am very empathic, and that's a gift that I have. So I do often get very personal with the readings, and I do want you to understand that you can be very personal and honest with me. There's no judgment. I hope to give you some sort of comfort. The motherly energy, the nurturing energy is what I wish to provide. Um, and I honestly, I mean, I look forward to this new start. This is a new beginning for me as well. And I'm proud to be a part of the African Witch Bitch team. That's all I would have to say for right now.
Okay, so we have somebody backstage right now. We have Cindy Beanie. You are first up, baby. You are first up. Hi, Cindy.
Hi.
It is so good to see you, Hunty. It is so good to see
So
you.
good to see you too, and welcome Emery and hi Boo.
Hi, Cindy.
How y'all doing today?
We're doing good, honey. We are doing very good. Talk to us. Do
Good.
you have trauma through family?
Oh,
Answer.
girl, let's talk about the trauma through family. Actually, I've got a very narcissistic mother, and I have a narcissistic daughter. And yeah, the relationships aren't very, they're very damaged, especially the one with my daughter right now. Got you waiting patiently.
Okay. Um, mm. So Cindy, already, because you have, if you can see this, can you see this, sweetie?
No, I can't.
Ugh. It
Oh,
says,
girl, my eyes are so bad. What's
okay.
the card?
It says never ending story. Um, and that's that repetition, feeling exhausted, feeling tired. Um, then you have observer and imagination or imagine.
Okay.
Um, so with that, you can even talk about the mental state, the looking at things. That's the mental stress that you're getting. Um, feeling exhausted, like things just keep repeating, things keep going, like you can't.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. You can't seem to even change circumstances. It's even you imagining this. This is what you think. It's emphasizing the mind with you. But because we have the observer, it's that kind of you needed to withdraw from the situation and see it as a different perspective with your mom and your sister, the narcissist. They do play with the mind.
It's actually my daughter and my mother.
Or
Uh-huh.
both.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. And so you're being encouraged to, or you're gonna have to withdraw. So when it comes to narcissists, they're selfish. You know, you're gonna
Yeah.
continue to go on this cycle with them over and over again. Um, and with the observer, it's you having to really pull back your energy and accept things, see things for what it is. Stop trying to imagine it as something different. Accept it. You
That
know it.
totally makes sense.
Um,
I'm torn right now because as Tiffany knows and Hawaiian Boo, my daughter recently has lost both of my granddaughters to uh the state. And so I have withdrawn from her. And I am
that's family.
very angry at her, but I am also like, I'm torn because I feel like I'm supposed to be the mom and
Mhm.
be there for her right now. Because I realize that what she's going through probably hurt, but I'm angry and I can't let go of it. So I have withdrawn from her a lot.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's hard.
It is, and you're encouraged to be gentle with yourself. So the community card can also represent the family. That sense of safety. So then that sort of like you that protection that you belong. You know, you want this family structure. I see that you value like your role as a mother. You know, your children. Um, oh, and I can see that you make me feel like you. Do you feel like you dropped the ball? Like you've messed up? Okay, sweetie.
I I'm the one who called DCFS. I'm the one who did it. I had both of my granddaughters with me. I was raising them. And I had my daughter with me as well. And I was taking care of everybody. And my daughter just got into the drugs and she got very abusive. And I'm the one who called. I'm the one who started the whole ball rolling. And I haven't even been able to see my granddaughters in like, this is the third Christmas without them. So
Cindy.
yeah, I feel very guilty.
Yeah, you have a lot of heavy guilt energy, but you do realize that you were protecting those kids when you called. You didn't call just for shits and giggles.
I didn't. And they did get protected. You
Okay.
know, a lot of things, it's been hard to look at, but a lot of good things have come of it. You know, like Tiffany, my oldest granddaughter, Phoenix, I was very worried that she was going to have to go and live with her abusive father. And they went down that road and it didn't work out and he gave up his rights.
Mm,
So that was something that was like it was super good that
okay.
came out of this.
For the sake of for the discussion, I know a lot of people may not know, but Cindy had petitioned me to assist her to remove him from the children's life
Yeah.
because this man was a sick. Y'all know how I feel about anybody who hurts children. And I did petition the deities to remove him some kind of way. Now, when you do that, side note for the students, that removal can be anything that keeps the toxic energy. If I'm not mistaken, he was a sexual molester, correct?
I everything. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
petitioned for him to be removed, and I didn't care if it was death, maiming, prison. I just wanted him away from that baby, and that
Well,
makes me
he's
feel
still
good
in
that
her
he's
life, unfortunately, but she doesn't have to live with him.
good. Okay, okay, okay.
So thank you. Thank you. Yes,
You're
that
welcome.
was something that was a big blessing. I had very much hoped that I would get them home, but it does not seem like it's going to be that way. But they are loved. They are loved where they're at. But you guys were talking about the LGBTQ community,
Mhm.
and that's something that I'm having a hard time with right now because I'm gay,
Okay.
and both both of my granddaughters have been they're getting adopted. One of them's been adopted. The oldest is on her way to adoption with them, but they are LDS. And the father is actually a bishop. So I'm very worried about their future, you know.
And he
But
won't
at
let you
least I
see
know
them.
they're loved.
You can't have visitation.
No, I've done everything I can. Everything. Not only legally, but everything that I've done magically and everything. Like I'm trying to stay in their lives and they won't let me. That's been the hardest part about it is my daughter and the father lied so bad about me that they think I'm a monster.
Well, I think at this time, especially with planetary transits, there needs to be a coming to terms. So the fact of the matter that you did take responsibility by providing a safe space for them is actually one of the best things that you could have done.
Yeah.
So it's just the fact that you weren't helpless in the matter and you took decisive action, which is not a lot of people when they feel trapped. They feel hopeless and they just sit, and that doesn't benefit anything. So I know
No.
it hurts that you can't spend time, and it's been the third Christmas that you won't be able to spend with them.
I
But just
can't
the
even
fact that,
talk to him on the phone.
yeah, it's hard. But sometimes, and take it from somebody who has a Capricorn placement. That's my ascendant. In life, we don't always get the benefit, but as long as we can do the right thing and be the benefit for somebody else without getting the reward, sometimes it takes that sacrifice and just knowing, because if we just continue to take, then we're not doing what's best for the others, and it
That's
hurts.
what my wife said. She was like, you were there for them when they needed you the most. I
Yeah,
at least I was there for 5 years.
yeah. And
You know,
You should be grateful and appreciative the fact of that fact. And
I
I know you are. But with things that are coming up in the transit, um, Neptune went direct. So illusions, and then this full moon in Gemini allowed us to think clearly. But Venus in Capricorn is going to help us understand the value of the matter. So now we have to embrace that fact that the value was the life of the children,
yeah,
the benefit
yeah.
of the family. So
I hope that my biggest thing is, me and my oldest, we were very, very close. And she's actually very, very gifted. She's a little Scorpio. And
yeah, thanks
um,
for
she had like the ability to like see spirits from the day she was born and stuff. And when I took her to the foster family's house, I was the one who took her because I wasn't going to have any cops doing it or anything like that. I wanted to make the transition for her as smooth as possible. So I'm the one who took her there. And she told me, she says, Nana, she says, it's like I'm not even my family member anymore. And she told me, she says, I'm never coming home again. And I told her, he says, you'll be home, honey, because I really thought that I was going to be able to, fight and pull through, because I felt like I was the right choice, but
What state is this, Cindy?
Utah,
Oh my gosh. They're
yeah,
not LGBTQ friendly there, honey.
yeah, I know. And the woman who is adopting both of them is very, very high in uh the pro life community here. She's like one of those who goes up to the Capitol and rallies and speaks to the news, and so yeah, it's kind of felt a little bit fixed,
Mhm.
honestly.
Yeah. Maybe, because the cards are predicting. I mean, they're telling me your current circumstances because you have silent retreat, and then you have Omo, which is family. Um, with silent retreat, the overall energy, and I know because you want to feel like you have to fix everything, but you're being told to be still.
Mm.
Yeah,
Be still. You're burning yourself out with this never ending story. You're gonna and the imagine you keep thinking about this, you're stressing out. This is the mind that it's telling me that you're focused on this too much that is draining you.
hyper
So you have
focus.
the four swords, which talks about resting. Um, you have the Eight of Wands, which talks about the action. So it's confirming everything that you did, but with this all, and then you have balance, which is chaos underneath. Um, be still. You did everything you can do. I know you feel responsible for this, responsible for them, because it's the heart that you carry. You value connections, you value family, even friendship. That's just the type of person that you are. Um, but you can't keep going like this. It's not going to get you anywhere, and that's it. You're being pushed to accept it with this silent retreat, and even from the family. And I know you don't want to hear that, but Cindy,
No, no,
you have
I
to.
know that that's what the universe has been telling me. It's like, yeah, I have finally come to the realization that it doesn't matter what I do. I can't change it.
You have
It
to.
is what it is.
But take peace in knowing that you did everything because you have the Eight of Wands talks about action, movement, the Four of Swords, rest. Take peace in knowing that you did everything that you could possibly do. That
Thank
is
you.
absolutely beyond your control. And
I
that's the thing
did.
that you
I
have to
tried.
accept it.
I tried, but I'm just grateful that Tiffany got that man away from her.
Mhm.
I'm glad that she's not with him, so that was a big accomplishment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, is that thing. Because I mean, and then you know what? You're even doing it with the observer, look at the situation, fall back. Um, and let go. We got TikTok, which is time. Allow time to play. Allow chance. Let us to play out on its own. Okay.
Do you
Um,
think that the foster family is going to let me see my grandkids?
with the because you're being told to retreat and be still because we have the omo. Communication definitely can increase. It can.
Okay.
Um, with the Eight of Wands and family. And I do want you to know they do think about you, okay? They do.
I
Uh,
know me and Phoenix were so tight, and one
mhm,
of my biggest things is her just feeling like I didn't love her. Because one moment I was there, and the next minute I was gone. That's my big thing. The youngest, she was young. She was 2 years old. We didn't have a lot of time. I mean, we were close, but we didn't have the time that me and Phoenix had.
Mhm.
mhm,
So I don't want her to feel like I abandoned her.
mhm. Um, so with this for you to right now, is that be still acceptance. This is beyond your control.
Yeah.
Um, but this is gonna help because it's stressing you out. It's just even trusting the intentions that you're doing, whether it's your praying, it's your spell work, your petitioning. It's a time for you to allow things to play out for you.
Okay.
Because I do see communication coming. I see because we have the broken mirror and the families in there. So I see how you feel like it's a broken family. It's unfair. The communication is even because we have silent retreat that you it's cut off.
Yeah.
It's showing me that. Yep. But right now, um, you're because of the situation, you're being told to sit back. This is, I mean, you feel like this is something you do. You deal with this all the time. You keep doing it. You keep trying to change it, and the reason it's
I'm
not working.
relentless. I'm relentless. I'm just like, I'll have a day and I'll be like, okay, this is it. I can't do anything. And then I'm like, I'll be sitting there and my mind just obsesses. And I'm like, oh, but what about this? And maybe I could do this. And then I go and I try and it fails. And
Mhm.
yeah, it's very repetitive.
And yeah, that's that imagine and then observe. You keep going over this, and
Yep.
this is why you need to accept. Because you know what? If you don't, you got this. Look at this. Look at this. That's a breakdown. I'm sensing a mental breakdown for you.
Yeah,
You
I
are
think
not.
I've already gone through the breakdown. I feel like I'm on the upside of it.
Mm-hmm,
I am definitely at this point more accepting than I've ever been throughout this whole situation.
mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to have faith that the universe knows more about this than I do.
You have balance. Yeah, things are going to balance out. Things are going to be made fair, but this moment is requiring you to let go of the situation, accept it,
Okay.
and be still. You did. You literally. I mean, I'm letting you know you did everything you could do. You did it right with this Eight of Wands, and understand that's everything you could have done. There's no. Don't go with this back and forth because you do it. It's fair. Oh, what if I would have done this, or what if I should have done this? Stop that. You
Okay.
did what you were able to do and most capable of doing at that time, and understand that all of your intentions are counted for. You are making there are progressive. I mean, there is progression. What you did is working right now, but stop. Just stop. Accept.
Okay.
Acknowledge it. I know it hurts, but you need to rest. You're being called to rest with this Four of Swords. Um, in the silent, yeah, silent retreat. I see exactly why you feel this way. Um, and then if there's any sort of you feeling, I mean, look at your circumstances, if you're feeling ashamed for anything, just I understand that it is the times that we are in. You know, you are not alone. You're not weird. It's okay to be different.
Hmm.
Express
Yeah.
yourself. Because I'm looking at her hair. You know, her hair is wild. It's out. It's okay. You know how you carry yourself, present yourself. Um, I know
Nothing
I'm
your
wrong with
actually
family
you.
may make
having
you feel like there's
weight
something wrong with you.
issues. Weight issues. That's probably where
Mm-hmm.
that's coming from.
Yeah, but
You
yeah.
know, not feeling comfortable in my own skin.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cindy, I
Um.
need you to do more self love work
Okay.
and self care. Self
Mhm.
Mm.
love and self care. Side note, Mariah, you're next. Shannon, you're after Mariah. I see you, Mariah. I see you looking at me. You guys are next. Cindy, love yourself.
Okay.
I don't want this breakdown to happen. If Empress see it, and I know having a mental breakdown is, oh my gosh, from exhaustion. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen to you. So I need you to love you enough to love you spiritually, and self-care is the name of the game. I'm sorry, Empress. Go ahead, baby.
Okay.
Yep, that's exactly what I was gonna get to because they want to push her towards that. Because a lot of the situation is reflecting back on you, and you're doing that, Cindy. Um, because you feel like you didn't have the control enough, or you couldn't do enough when it comes to your family. It's reflecting on how you take care of yourself, how you see yourself, or I'm not worthy enough, or I'm not this, and that has to stop.
Okay.
Um, that has to stop. And I'm getting regarding your confidence in your the way you carry yourself, the way you look, because they're emphasizing your look, is understanding that you're beautiful. You're beautiful, exactly how the fuck you're meant to be looking,
That
and
part.
not meant to look like everybody else. And when you get that in your head, you understand how beautiful you really are. So I don't know if you compare yourself, but I understand it has to do with your circumstances because it talks about the community. So that can even be just the family or your environment. Um,
Well, I think I put on a lot of weight because I actually broke both of my ankles in the last 2 years. So I was laid up in bed and just eating my little heart away, and so that might be the circumstances. And also, I need to like protect myself.
as
Okay.
like a way to cope.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. We would definitely want you to work on that. So right
Okay.
now, whether you like not, be still. Be still. Stop. You cannot do anything regarding
Okay.
the situation. This is something that's gonna have to play out on its own. You've done everything that you need to do. You've done everything you could have done. So stop going back and thinking you could have did something different. No, the fuck you could not. You did it. That was your
Okay.
circumstances. That's what you had at that time, and that's what you did. You did everything you could have done. So stop going over and over because you're gonna
Thank
exhaust yourself.
you.
You're going to exhaust yourself. You took action. The most important part is you took action. So now it's the time to just come, relax. Yes, some self care is needed because you got the
Okay.
silent retreat and silence, and this is from you. And I know it's hard to hear that, but you need to pull back from your family. You need to pull back your energy. You need to come back home to you. Come back
Okay.
to Cindy. You need to love on yourself. Um, Take care of yourself. Love your authenticity. Whatever you choose to do, however you choose to rest, do it.
Okay. I
Um,
will.
yeah, and part of you was going to heal this energetically for your family because they ostracize you. Is you accepting you? You need to accept you because those kids and I feel their energy. They do think about you. They do look up to you. So you need to accept yourself, Cindy. Because how could you teach someone around you to accept themselves if you don't accept yourself? Okay. So
Okay.
accept yourself because you're different. So you're LGBTQ and so fucking what? That
Right.
don't make you less than.
Nope.
That don't make them better than you. You still eat. You still piss. You still bleed like everybody fucking else. So how are you different?
That
Right.
This is accepting you. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank
Cindy,
you so much.
you're
Yeah.
welcome, sweetheart. One last thing. I just keep hearing STDs, STDs. Not you, not you, but
Okay.
somebody close to you have one? Because that's all I'm hearing in my head.
My daughter has herpes.
Oh, Damn.
Yeah, so Phoenix's father, he's been her abuser since she was 16, and he was in his 20s.
So he's a molester.
And
Okay.
when she was 17 years old, he infected her.
I'm
And
sorry.
that's kind of like one of her things, is that she always felt like, she was infected at 17 and she was just kind of worthless after that. So, yeah, that's probably where that's coming from.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm hearing it over and over. Okay. Cindy, I wish you well, baby. You keep me posted,
Jay,
okay?
all right. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye. Damn, that was heavy.
That was
Okay.
that's crazy.
Mariah. This is one of my babies. Hi, Mariah.
Hey Mariah.
Hi, how are y'all?
We're good. How are you, sweetie?
I don't even know where to start, Tiffany.
Start from the beginning.
So I talked to y'all, what, 2020?
Mm-hmm.
The person that I am now and the person that I was when I first talked to y'all, like, I feel like crying because I'm just a crybaby, but I'm not sad.
I told you that would happen, didn't I? I said, when you
You
look back,
did.
I told you that would happen.
You did. I'm not the same person anymore. I am not the same person anymore. Like I had a moment this year, in April, where I got really low, and I had some of those ideations, but
Mm,
something 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 in me just said, you gotta take a there gotta be a point in your life where you take ownership for how you feel and make the change yourself. And I did that. And I remember talking to you the first time I spoke to you. I said, I feel alone. And you said, you're never alone because you have your ancestors. You have your spirit team behind you. You're never alone. And right now I'm in a space where I cut off a lot of my friends. I have like two friends now.
I told
So,
you.
and so so in that time I don't know how many friends I had then. Um in the physical, but now I really have no friends and I don't feel alone. I don't feel like I need anybody or anything. I don't feel like I need anybody. um I know that I have myself, and I know that I'm worth it and worthy, and that was a lot of what I struggled with. I'm 31, so for 30 years and a lot of that I joined in because it was the family, the title, family trauma, and a lot of that was rooted in my family. um,
Yeah.
I had to undo everything that I've learned based off of the things that my family has done to me, and stop internalizing all of the things that my family has done to me, and recognizing that things that have happened to me doesn't have a direct correlation with my value or
Of
who I am,
course.
or
Absolutely.
what I have to offer in this world or in this life. Um, I'm so glad that I found you. I'm so glad that I found you. I'm so glad that I found this group, because I don't know where I would have been. I really don't know where I would have been.
See, I'm a crybaby too. This is all your fault, man. I'm serious. Like, I remember you, and I'm telling you, honey, this is a hiccup. You growing, and growing is not comfortable. Sometimes it hurts a little bit. And I told you, when you look back at yourself 6 months, you're gonna look back. A year, you're gonna look back. And you're not even gonna recognize who you are, because that's how much growth I saw it. And I'm so thankful you tapped in. That made you just made my whole damn day.
Uh, I just had, like, thank you. Like, even though, like, there's not anything that you yourself has done, like, you haven't physically done anything, but in a way you did hold my hand. Like the group. I'm sorry. Like
It's okay.
it's when I look back, I just thinking about who I was, I'm not, at first I was ashamed of who I was. I was ashamed of what I allowed myself to go through. I was ashamed for of letting people treat me any kind of way. I was ashamed of all of that. Then I had to just really recognize that I was operating in survival. I was trying to survive. I know now that it's not, the things that has happened to me is not meant to break me. It wasn't meant to break me. It was meant to make me stronger and help get me to a place where I can help other people. Because I've been through it. So it's like I know what to do if I recognize someone else going through the same thing that I'm going through or have gone through.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I can't even remember where I was starting, where my point was in joining it, the group joining the live to begin with. But a lot of the main thing I guess is the things that you grow up and you're exposed to is not indicative of your value. It's not, and nothing is set in stone. Just because like you feel like it's not gonna, you feel like the storm is never gonna pass, it will pass. But you have to pick yourself up and move away from the storm. Don't allow yourself to just sit under it and be in it and allow it to drown you. Like you can get yourself up and you can pick yourself up. You're stronger than the things that you have been through, and you're stronger. You're stronger than the things that you've been through, basically. Um, but yeah, like like thank you so much, and thank you, Nina, too, because you've read my chart, and you've really gotten me into astrology. Like I'm really into astrology now.
Well,
Like
yeah, and the thing
really,
is, you realize you were going through your Saturn return, and that thing shakes your whole core system.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I think I'm still going through it. I think until January,
Yeah.
like 23rd, I'll be out of it. Thank God. But 'cause it's been a mess and a half. Like
It's a
I thought
beautiful mess. It's
yes,
a
I thought it was
beautiful
never gonna
mess.
end, but sometimes things have to be flipped upside down, set on fire, and destroyed for the new to come from up under all of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
especially if
I
it's a
agree.
pile of shit. Sometimes you
yeah,
gotta burn that shit up. It serves no purpose.
yeah, it didn't. And I hate the things that have happened to me. I hate that I've had to endure that, but in a way I'm grateful that I did, because it has shown me duality of life. Like everything is not always roses, cartwheels by the beach and stuff. It's not always that. Sometimes you're gonna go through things, and when you go through things, it's testing your strength. Like, are you
Yes.
stronger? And yeah, like in all of these things I've been through, I've been closer to my ancestors. I've
Mm.
developed. I'm clairaudient now. I thought I was crazy at first.
Gifts are coming through now. Like I
Yes,
said they would. Yes.
yes. I thought I was going crazy because
No.
I would just be sitting minding my business, and I would just hear clear as day, someone just say something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always quick, and it's just quick. It started with the ringing in my ears.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the ringing would be so loud where it's like I have to kind of close my eyes, because it's just like it's so loud. I'm like, what is, do I have tinnitus, or like what is going on? But then, a little while later, like I started hearing them, like they're talking to me. Whenever I'm running around doing too much, they tell me when I need to sit down. I need to rest. You need to lay down. Like they tell me when I need to stay away from people. They tell me when I need to, anything I need to do. They tell me when they want to eat something. They tell me like they tell me. And I feel like if had I just continued to allow myself to be in that space of basically being a victim and not picking myself up, I wouldn't have been able to hear them. I wouldn't have been able to. I wouldn't be who I am now. I wouldn't be who I am now, and I wouldn't have been able to be who I can be for my family.
Yes.
And breaking the curse, basically, like it stops with me. It stopped with me. Like my siblings, they all kind of follow behind me. They know of what we went through, but we don't have to continue that. Like we don't have to keep passing that down. Like it doesn't have to be that anymore. And so I'm grateful for my ancestors. I'm grateful for you, Tiffany, in the group. I'm grateful for even, things that even if you don't want to hear it, you said it to me. Like you make sure, like, I know you don't want to hear this, but you tell me. So I'm very grateful, and I'm very happy to be in the place that I am now. Um, but it's just like sometimes I still feel stuck. I still feel blocked. I still feel that there's something that I'm missing. Like I don't know what it is. Like I can hear my ancestors. I'll sit with them at my altar. But when they say things, it's so quick sometimes. It's as quickly as they say it, is as fast as like it'll leave. Like the thought will leave. And they do talk to me in my dreams too. And I write down what they tell me in my dreams. But I
Good.
still feel blocked. And I don't know what what kind of block it is. Like the feeling when you're doing everything right, but you just still feel like something. I'm missing something. Like I'm overlooking something. Like I don't. There's something that I'm supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I am now, and I'm just kind of like it's been about a year, and I'm just kind of like, what is it? Like it's just like this nagging like it's like a nagging feeling. Like there's something that you're supposed to be doing. There's something, but I can't grasp it. Like I don't know what it is that I'm
Well,
missing.
yeah, like for instance, like for me, for instance, I went to California and I was just minding my own business, and then like Tiff was just telling me about how some of like Bass, for instance, showed up and was around me and just scratching me up. And I thought it was Tiff because I woke up, I'm like, Tiff, you scratching me when I'm sleeping? And then she's like, no, it wasn't me, and all this other stuff.
I
And
don't even talk
it
like
was
that.
like clear
Right?
as day. I was minding my own business. And more and more as I just understood that, okay, I have something to do. There is something I definitely got to do, but I don't know what it is. But when I just started living in my purpose and what I have to do, things just started opening up. Knowing that you do have something there is great. Well, you just do and you follow through, things just magically open up. And then you know that it really wasn't Tiff trying to like get at you. It was Bass, you know. Even though she had like the baby oil on the table and I'm looking at the table like, was that baby oil there last night? Nah, that's gotta be Bass, you know.
Look, first of
So
all, he can't even sit up and blame me. He come to the shop. I have an altar to Bas. He's standing by the altar. I'm looking at him on this camera, and I see orbs of light floating by him while he's standing at the altar. So later on that night, he comes with scratches on him, like cat
yeah.
scratches. How the hell was it me? What I look like?
Well, you did say you went to the hair salon, but then maybe you cut your nails. I don't know. I don't blame you.
You know what? I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let Empre deal with him because I don't want to have to stick my foot from Los Angeles to Hawaii to kick his ass. Go ahead, Empre, baby.
Um,
Y'all are crazy.
so the oracle that I pulled for you, sorry, fix my drawers. But it's interesting that everything you're saying it's gonna be confirmation, okay, about what's going through, what you're going through. So what you're experiencing is healing, because you have radical reverse, um, and then you also have atate, which is worthiness. And I'm pulling all of this as you were speaking, okay? And then you got secrets revealed, so that's you wanted to know what's going on. With Queen of Sheba, I believe I'm saying that right. Then you also got a set, with
Ooh.
surrender. And then this self-sabotage, and I'll read to you what this one means. But Mama Lambo, that's that self-doubt, second guessing. And then you have ethereal chords, which is Erzuli Dantor.
Mm.
Oh.
But the overall energy, which is simplicity and relaxation. So your whole energy, everything that you're going through with the Saturn, that rebirth, that healing, old habits gotta die. You experiencing it, you ever said it, people around you, you happen to cut them off, the etheric cords, people who are blocking you from your healing, your growth, your transformation, your new start. This is happening on a spiritual level. But even with the etheric cords, it's even you having to cut the way of old thinking, old habits. That's you're going through it in a way of a purge, a spiritual purge. But do you feel worthy of it? So it's going to start to attack like your self-esteem, your confidence in stuff that you do. Do you think that you're worthy of a new beginning, a new start, worthy of even just your gifts? Or do you think that you're good enough? That's the overall energy that spirit is wants you to know, but it is that you are. And that's you having to surrender. You wanting to know why, how, when's the next thing going to happen. You're going to have to let that go. They're going to reveal that to you. And that is what's being revealed. Is there's a rebirth. You're going through a rebirth, sweetie.
Yeah, I've let go a lot of it, but I have control issues, like because I've been in positions where I need things, and I really don't even ask people for things because people don't come through for me. In the past, they haven't come through for me, so it's just like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to get it on my own. I'm gonna have to do this on my own, or if I don't do it myself, it's not gonna happen. So I, over time, I've developed control issues. Um, but like I said, I've let a lot of that go. I know I still have some, um, I still have some control issues. But it's me learning that I'm not going to have all of the answers, and if I can, if I do my part, spirit will do their part. But I have to let them do their part, let my ancestors do their part. So that's something that I'm have been struggling with, and the self-sabotage, feeling like, can I do it? Am I worthy of it? Like you said, I do still struggle with that. I know that I am, but it's like or for me, when you have had this habit for so long, that thought still pops up every now and then, like, are you sure? Do you really think this is what this is? Especially with the because I have visions sometimes too, but I doubt what I'm seeing, or I doubt what I'm hearing, because I'm like, okay, did I just daydream this, or was I just hearing, like, was this just, I don't know, auditory hallucination? Like, I don't know. Like, so that, yes, I still have doubts in those aspects as far as my gifts and the next steps, because I do have a lot of doubts surrounding me still, in a lot of ways.
That's part of it being new. Like when a baby first start to walk, they'll let go of the coffee table or the couch, and then they hesitate and they take the step, and they hesitate and they take another step. That's because they're trying to trust their legs. Over time, they're running down the street. That happens. That's not uncommon for new gifts when you have a little bit of doubt. But don't let that shit over consume you, and don't let it grow.
No, I'm doing, when I write them down, especially if it's like clear, I write them down, and I think over it a lot. Like, what is it that I just saw? Is this something that is possibly has to do with like a current circumstance, or is this something completely out of the blue? Um, so I don't let the doubt grow, because just looking at my chart, like my birth chart, I do have a lot of aspects that, like, sorry, I lost my thoughts. I have a lot of aspects that point to like psychic not, I don't want to say psychic because I guess that's more me being doubting myself, but it points to me being able to see and hear things like in my, just based off of my chart. So I'm trying to let that go. I'm trying to let go of feeling like it's not real, because I'm a very logical person. If I can't see it or touch it or something like that, like I question it, and I'm trying to let go of the logic because you can't explain spirit. But yes, I'm what you were saying. Yes, I'm trying to just allow these things to come through the way that they're supposed to, instead of blocking it because I don't understand.
Exactly. So I was pulling these while you were it's that you said that. But as far as terminology, you can say psyche, you can say, people say third eye, crown chakra, etc. It's all the same thing. Spirit, 5D, it's the same thing. Whatever word that you want to use to say that you have gifts, you can say gifts, accept it. That is you denying yourself of that. Oh, I don't want to say psyche because it sounds weird. No, sweetie, that's just your spiritual gifts. But you had witch come out, so they don't let you know. And then you even have Uwa Ajana, which is beyond, and I'll talk about that as well with this spirit team. So you are gifted. Accept this. You're having this whole rebirth. I do want to talk about the self-sabotage because they really want you to know about that. But we'll talk about the rebirth, and I'll just read to you what it says here, okay? It says, let me make sure one word. Yes, it says, yes, you can stop the struggle. You can choose at any moment to start over and be reborn. Like the sun, you rise again and again. Dust yourself off, move forward, and go forward again. Life is about transition and change. You will fall on your face, change your mind, and need to make a comeback again and again. Release the idea that you messed up if things aren't perfect. Stop waiting to be ready. Make a choice, make new choices and decisions, and sit still, I rise. So that reset, the new beginning, that restart for you. But you're being, in a way, rebirthed into you. Everything that made you the old you, this false mask that you had on, that false facade that was even created by
Ooh,
people
like I
around
had the
you,
mask.
that's being dismantled. And I'm talking on a spiritual level. To the point where you're getting your gifts, so you're going to start to see things at a different perspective. Allow that to happen with simplicity. Allow it to happen. Don't force it. Accept it for what it is. Spirit, your team is with you. They're going to guide you. So have that relax and understand that they're going to give you the answers. They're going to reveal these things to you in due time. Lose that perspective or that thought that you need an answer immediately, or how it may they may choose to show up or give you your answer. Because you could listen to a song and they could say something and it'll be the answer to your damn prayer. Accept that. Accept that, especially if you're talking about clairaudience and accept that. They can do not limit your team, do not limit your ancestors on how they can show up for you. It could be through this reading, it could be you driving down the street and you see a sign that says don't do it. Accept it. If something sticks out to you, how your gifts are revealed, how they speak to you, allow it to happen. It's going to happen so simply.
A lot of that happens in words. Like a question will be like, I'll just use this as an example. There's this guy that I cut off, and I thought about something reminding me of him, and I was like, you know what, maybe I'm just gonna unblock him. And right before I did it, it was like a Twitter post. It said, "Don't unblock him, sis." Like, so I know that was them. I was just like, I was like, okay, they talking.
And that is a gift because a
yeah,
lot of
they're
people don't
telling
even,
me.
that shit goes right over people's head. That exactly, accept it. With the self-sabotage, it says you are holding yourself apart from your blessings. What ancient pain are you trying to stuff down, numb, ignore, and avoid? What does your self-sabotage help you to avoid? Your inner saboteur is clever. Seductive patterns of behavior block your path and your power. Distractions, addictions, cravings, and unhealthy habits will not bring you your best. Your inner bully is the voice telling you you messed up. That part of you that is jealous, The anger you don't know what to do with. You're stuck inner procrastinator and your toxic relationship choices. Stop terrorizing yourself with broken promises and of discipline. Instead, choose a devotion to your chosen path. What inspired action can you take today? And then it says, I have compassion for myself. That's the Mama Lambo.
She on the point. She is on the money, huh?
Yep. She's reading me like, oh. Oh yes, she
Blue Estate with the wordiness, and even with this, because you're talking, look at the colors. You have blue, purple. So I'm getting crown chakra and some indigo, third chakra, third eye chakra. That's a lot of you trusting your inner self, your intuition as well. Just trusting your gut.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like and understand that you're right when the decisions you make? Choices you make, because you have after records, you have to cut people off. Do you believe? Do you understand? Do you really stand on that decision? A lot of the trick when it comes to intuition is a lot of the circumstances doesn't even seem right. It doesn't look like it's like I made the right choice, but do you feel like you did?
Mm-hmm.
Do you trust that choice, the decision that you made? A part of this is part of that the transformation and rebirth that you're going through. You're being activated, your spiritual gifts are being activated. Your spirit team wants to teach you and guide you on how to utilize these things. So they may do small stuff as if you making a choice to eat, to order this food or order that one. And would you make the right choice on ordering this one? And if you did, and let's say you ordered that one and it turns out it was a bad choice and the food was spoiled or whatever, but it's the trusting your inner voice. It's the small stuff they'll try to teach you to trust your inner gut, but trust your first choice, your first decision. I'm getting this what they want to do. That is what they're doing, and you need to pay attention to the smaller things, the simple things in life. They're going to teach you how to understand and utilize your gifts, the inner voice. Because you are spiritual, you are magical. You have the witch card, so you're gonna have to accept that.
When you pulled that witch card, that threw me, because they told me a while ago, like, you need to step up, like, in your practice, like not just reposting memes and being cute and funny. Like, you need to take action behind your practice, like, do something.
Oh yeah, they're gonna push you to do it. Because you're getting clarity, and then you know what? By even you doing this, you're gonna get that answer that you're looking for. But let me read the Erzuli Dantar etheric chords. So it's still some cord cutting that you need to do, and even when you cut off people, understand that it still goes beyond that. So even if you cut off a friend, now you have to deal with the energetic baggage or garbage that you have that was associated with that friend. I'm getting you're really going to have to do some of that, some energy cleansing, but even with your habits, because you're letting go of family, so now you got to deal with how your family made you feel. You have certain foundations built off the structures that you had when you were with that family or family members. So you still have to cut some cords here. So if your family was a family more based on money, material, and you're only spiritual, so now you got to switch and over and look at things on a spiritual perspective. You know what I mean? So it's some energy that you still have to declutter.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also within yourself. So this is definitely personal work. But you're definitely on route, aligned. It says if it isn't wholehearted love, release it and remember your worth. Pointing back to that worthiness. The energy core is binding you as someone you no longer wish to be attached to are strong. You must be willing to let go. That even if that's the old you. If you don't want to let go of that old life, the old you, and you're scared of this new person you're going to become, let it go. Because you're really just becoming back who you really are. You're coming home to who you really are and not who you were made to be. Close your eyes, see divine source of goddess slash God, loving light separating you and dissolving the cords between you, and you are both whole and healed between you and this other person or energy. Just as you shower to cleanse physical grime, there are also grime in the form of energy cords, also called karmic ribbons, emotional cords, etheric cords. Spiritual maintenance is required. And then the declaration for that is, I'm worthy, compassionate, and whole. That's that. Pulling back to the compassion. And then you got Queen of Sheba, the secrets revealed. And this is them trying to speak to you with your gifts. It says, open your eyes, secrets are being revealed. It is safe for you to see the truth. Your inner vision is crystal clear. Stop second guessing. You don't know what you don't know. The creator, ancestors, angels, spirits, and ascended masters are whispering to you. The divine intelligence. This is a divine intelligence. Pay close attention. There are things you do not let yourself see. Allow yourself to be guided and choose your own path. And then the declaration for that is, I am connected to the divine. Get this or in the because I want to read the beyond. Your spiritual is definitely here. That's beautiful. And what a set with surrender. It says, let it all go. Say aloud, I surrender. These words cast the spell, breathe men. Release control. Stop bonding with our struggle. Hand the keys to divine. Allow spirit to carry you and fill the gaps. You don't have to figure it all out. God is the guide, has your back. Have faith in your own faith in where you are in this moment. And it says, everything I need to know finds me at the perfect time. Their answers, they're just gonna come right to you because you just relax. They want you to relax. I'm getting you're approaching the end of this. So let's do
that. I got that message too. Like I've heard that this cycle is gonna end. Like this is about to end. This cycle is gonna end. Like that's something I keep hearing over and over again. Like this is about to end. Like so you saying that like all of this is giant confirmation, burning flag of confirmation. So yeah.
Side note for the people in the chat, you can book a reading with Empre. If you go to my website and click all the way down, you'll see her picture and you can click on the link that'll direct you to her website to book a reading. Her readings are very, very cost effective and very, very, very good, as you can see. I see some people in the chat that's asking about pricing, and she ranges from $30 to $45 depending on which option you choose. She has a few slots open. Y'all might want to jump on that if you're interested. You can click on my website, www.theafricanwitchbitch.com. It's scrolling at the bottom. And if you go scroll down on my website, you'll see her face and you can click on learn more, which would direct you directly to her website to book a reading. Sorry, I had to interject that in because people in the chat are asking.
Oh no, it's fine. Like I don't know. I'm very grateful. I'm like very grateful and I'm very happy. Like I can't see what's happening and I'm allowing myself to not I'm not driving. So I just need to wait till we get there, basically. Like let spirit drive. Just wait till we get there. But thank y'all so much. Thank you.
You're
like
welcome.
Tiffany, thank you so much. Like for your kindness, your sweet, like thank you. Like I can't thank you enough. Like one of my friends, I don't think he's in the group, but he knows who you are and he subscribed to your emails and he just be like, where is she from? And I was like, she's from Texarkana. And he was like, okay, well, because she doesn't sound like she's from California. She sounds like you. I'm in Texas. So she sounds like you, but like my friends know about you. Like it's very rare that I come across people that I can tell are at heart pure. At heart, they want to help you. At heart, they want you to be better, but you have to want better for yourself. And you taught me that, like, if you want better, you can't expect me to just give it to you or anybody to give it to you. You got to want it for yourself. And then too, like, it's the chart reading, like, at first, you were spoon feeding me certain things in the chart, but it got to a point where I'll ask you questions and you'd be like, "Well, I don't know. What does this say about this?" So it's just like you directing me to go look and figure it out. And I've done that, and I appreciate you for that as well. And Impri, like, you just read the hell out of me. And I thank you so much for your confirmation. Like, y'all are, I don't know, earth angels. Like, I'm very happy to have come across you people. Like, y'all have helped me change my life. Like, y'all give me the key so I can open the door and walk through it. And I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for y'all.
Well, you are very welcome, honey. We appreciate you. I'm so thankful for your ascension. And I know I speak for the rest of the team. I want to thank you for loving you enough to elevate and tap in, because we didn't do the work for you. We guided you a little bit along the way, but you put that heavy lifting in.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to pat yourself on the back and love on you a little bit today and tomorrow and every other day. Okay?
Okay,
Thanks for
y'all so
tapping
much.
in, baby Mariah. I will see you soon, okay?
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. Yeah, Mariah is amazing. I just love that little girl. I swear, I remember when she first tapped in and she was just so broken. And just to see that glow on her really, really makes me feel good. You know, my butters is biscuit a little bit. I feel my toes is tickled, you know. I feel real good about that. I really, really, truly do. Okay, in the queue, I'm only going to take 2 more people, which is Shannon. Hey, Shannon Dubois. And I have Valerie. Nobody else outside of that, because we have to end this because I have to get to work. All right. Adding Shannon in. Hello, Shannon,
Oh my
baby. Thank you
gosh.
for
Hi,
being
guys.
patient. Hi, thank you for being patient, sweetheart.
Of course. It's like a blessing to be here. I'm like a fan. I'm kind of fangirling because I watch your videos. I'm a baby too, kind of like the
Okay.
other girl, Mariah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I wanted to hop on and maybe talk about some trauma. If that's
Talk
okay.
to us. We are here to listen. We are here to help. We are here to guide, baby. Talk to me.
Yeah. So I'm 22, but I feel like I've been carrying it all with me like 22 plus years. So both of my parents, like very Haitian, like very,
Ooh.
very Haitian, traditional Haitians. Both parents are divorced. My dad, he practices voodoo, so like I'm kind of like disattached from him because my mom is very super Christian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but my dad is like completely like a bad person. So, it's kind of like I choose to detach from him, like my own self, because abandonment issues, and also like I feel like he's genuinely a narcissistic person, not like traits, actual like narcissistic personality disorder, because he fails to acknowledge the pain he's caused, because he abandoned my mother and and it's kind of like, well, are you going to get over it, is basically what he said. So I kind of like cut
Zero
him off.
accountability, huh?
Yeah, I cut him off, and I've been doing better since then, but I still like feel resentment for my parents because like I have a load of issues like BPD, emotional issues, OCD, which is interesting because the topic is religious trauma. And like one of my issues with OCD is literally religious OCD, depression that persists, anxiety. And it's crazy because I'm also in school, and where I am right now, I'm like spearheading in my spiritual journey and also like healing myself, because like spirit literally tells me like you need to heal, like literally it's been set up to where like I've went through every way to avoid healing, and like I can't avoid it anymore, unfortunately. And it's like where I am right now, I'm in school, trying to graduate, but also healing, and also, going through all these things. I also read tarot as well, and it's been like 7 months since I've been like spearheading into my journey, because in the summer I was going through it, and I just called out to God, and I was like, God, I need you. And like everything changed in that moment, And it's like I'm going through it, and I don't know, it's all over the place. And if my mom knew how spiritual I was now, I feel like she would like cast me out. I wouldn't be her daughter anymore,
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's like a lot. And I'm like, oh my gosh, God, when does this end? you know?
Yeah. I know how that is. My mama is hella super extra tasty, crispy religious
Yeah.
from the deep South. Just like Mariah said, I live in California, but I'm not from here. I'm from the South. So my accent comes in and out sometimes, especially when I get good and mad. But they love to Bible bash you over the head, honey. And the thing that kills me, oh, Emprey will pop back on in a minute. She stepped out for a minute. The thing that kills me about them is they'll bash the shit out of us for doing something as simple as burning sage and autolating our ancestors, when they sit up and they have a whole ass pastor filling on their wife, some other woman's titties behind their wife's back, molesting the kids, stealing all the money, snorting coke off some stripper's booty. These pastors ain't no damn joke, but these are the people that they reverend. Hint the name reverend, you know?
Yeah.
And in the meantime, on the flip side, they're inflicting so much trauma and shadow on innocent ass kids coming in. Kids can't even be themselves. They can't learn. They can't ask. They're stuck in this religious dogma and they're bashed and beaten over the head with it. And they're held to a standard at very young ages that the parents ain't even following. Let
That's what I'm
somebody piss my
saying.
mama off in church, honey. She'll take that church hat off and go smooth the hell off on them. But when I do it, I'm wrong and I'm ungodly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the thing is, I am not opposed to religion. Like, I respect everybody's religion. Do what you want to do. I think the issue is the people that are teaching it, because, people are going to always be people regardless. And I'm also noticing that with spiritual people, because like, I get surprised sometimes when I'm like, okay, you're so spiritual, but like, why are you literally a demon? And it's just, I don't know. I feel like,
Well,
sorry,
well,
go
the
ahead.
good thing is that during your 20s, so you're 22, right?
Yeah.
So during this time, for everyone during their astrological phase, this is where we're looking towards our future and successes, but also discipline, especially with our character,
Yeah.
um, belief systems, these things become more concrete. So you naturally will challenge the authority and what they believe in
Yeah, I
because you
believe
want
I'm
to
going.
further yourself.
Sorry, I didn't
I'm
mean to
sorry?
cut you off. I didn't mean
No,
to
you're
cut you
fine.
off. I believe I'm going through my Jupiter return.
Yep,
So,
and that's a very beneficial time. I just had mine um within this year, and it's great. So depending where your placement is of Jupiter,
I
it will
believe,
expand that
yeah, I
for you.
believe my Jupiter is in Aries. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends where it is, and also what house it falls in. So mine would be in the second house,
mhm,
and it's Aquarian. Um, so um, so the house would influence what that is. So for me, it's like money, um, resources, things like that. So very Venus like, but also very Uranus. So
yeah,
I could just stumble into a lot of money. But I could also be eating a lot of food, which I did in California. But depending where that placement is, so Jupiter does rule belief systems.
hmm
Um, so what you have to look at, since it's in Aries, your expansion for personal self and growth,
hmm
you know. So how that works for you, you can find the deeper blessings of everything
hmm
because of the fact that you want to expand more, especially within self and spiritual aspects and your belief systems.
yeah.
So you're going through it at the right time. So
That's what it feels like. But it's also like, I feel like I've been going through it since, before I was even born,
yeah,
because people, I hold people accountable when they have children, because it's like, why didn't you heal before you had a child? Because I
Oh
feel
my
like I'm
God.
also carrying, because I got a Reiki session done yesterday for the first time, and she was like, I feel like you're holding on to stuff that is like more so ancestral. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? I don't like saying that I didn't ask to be born, because I don't think that's the right thing to say. But when I was like depressed and I wanted to die, that's something I would say, because it's like, why am I here? Why did you make me? But like, you put me through this. And it's like, I feel like I've been going through things like forever, because my moon squares my Pluto, and that alone, it's like, that's its own self. But I'm also surrounded by my generation of people whose Pluto squares my moon, so it's like, I've been kind of like a loner my whole life. I don't like, people are mean, you know what I mean? And it's like, I
yeah,
don't get along, not, I don't want to say I don't get along, but it's just like, there's no like middle ground to where I can like,
yeah, because it's so
yes,
transformative. You
yeah,
embrace the fact that there will be loss, but also rebirthing. But I really do love and appreciate that you speak my language. So
Yeah.
it's rare for me to find people that know how to speak my language. So I appreciate that.
No, yes. It's lonely though. I feel like that's the word, lonely. That's the word. Not like I don't like want to get along with people. I want friends, but I feel like spirit is constantly saying heal. But for me, having like BPD and like emotional issues and things like that, it's like it's it's genuinely painful, to express or experience emotion. And I'm also a Pisces rising, so like I'm completely
Oh,
misunderstood. I'm surrounded by a bunch of mean people. You know what I mean? Like my generation,
yeah,
like it's kids these days, like
yeah.
they're dickheads. Excuse my
No, but
language.
yeah, I
Straight
get it.
dickhead over here.
Yeah, so it's like where can I don't know. I'm tired.
No, but see,
I feel like I'm like 50
yeah.
in a 20-year-old's body.
But the beautiful thing about being a Pisces ascendant is that you get to see the whole perspective. You're not just looking at, okay, this is a sandwich, right? But you
Yeah.
get to look at the whole sandwich. It's just like potato bun, got that barbecue pulled pork in the middle with some of that mayonnaise in that.
Yeah.
You get to see everything, and it's beautiful. And that's how the
Yeah,
beautiful
it
thing is that
is.
you can dive deep. And
It
not
is.
everybody can see that.
Yeah. It just is kind of just sucks, having it in my first house. That's like literally that's me. And then it's like and it doesn't help that I'm also a Virgo moon, like that literally
Mm,
does not help me being a Virgo moon. And like on top of the seeing details, I see like the minuscule details,
yeah, yeah.
And
And
it's
it's
like,
just like, it's like, how do you say it, right? It's like how do I say it nicely without wanting to like stab him in the face? I'll
yeah.
just imagine me stabbing in the face, but I'll just kind of like say it nicely. But
Yeah.
yeah, we don't promote violence here though. But but I get it. Like I totally understand it. It's very conflicting. But since you have Pluto, I believe you said Pluto first house. The thing is, your whole lifetime, you're gonna be searching for where you feel you belong. And is it going to be lonely? Yeah, definitely. I'm
Yeah.
going through that transit right now with Pluto conjunct my ascendant, where I'm seeing a lot of truths, restructuring, rebuilding the foundations, especially with career. Um, so the beneficial thing is I can evolve with my career by doing, and money's on the way, like a lot of money. So
Yeah.
my successes are definitely on the way. For you, it's what can you do to evolve your spiritual growth and to
Mhm.
evolving and getting to the higher point of the ether. And sometimes you have to go into the depths of the ocean.
Yeah.
You felt that Pisces ascendant. I know you
It's
felt that,
so
but
it's so hard. I'm like, oh my gosh, can I catch a break? Can I like just take a nap? Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, but it's okay. Sometimes don't fight it. Just go with it. Don't
Yeah.
just surrender. Sometimes it's okay to surrender. You know,
Yeah.
and
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 it's
allow it
also,
to take over.
yeah, I agree. And it's also an issue of like wanting to always know an answer. Like the lady that was on before, it's like I feel the need to just always want to know, you know what I
Mm,
mean? And it's like the Reiki session I had yesterday, the lady was just like, you're not meant to know everything, Like you're not meant to know everything all at once. And my heart is like, no, I need to know everything, It's
yeah,
confusing.
I feel you. But at the same time, it's okay if you don't get the answer. It'll come to you. It's just
Yeah.
like I was saying about that whole thing with Bast earlier, like, and then like the other deities as decided to show up, for
Yeah.
me, even though I was just minding my own business, eating barbecue sandwiches, and they just showed up and they'd be like, "Hey, guess what, bro? We're gonna work with you now. We're gonna work with you." It wasn't Tiff scratching you, it was Bast. It was just, oh, okay. I thought it was Tiff scratching on me, but the thing is, when you go and do and you allow yourself without resistance, when you don't fight it, you let it happen naturally, good or bad, whatever, it helps us evolve because we're supposed to experience that for our elevation. So, how we conduct and handle ourselves and trust in the process, things evolve, things happen, and it's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful moment. And I want you to understand that, yeah, right now it is crucial. In understanding where you are in your belief systems and everything and restructuring yourself. Um, but next year, you'll start seeing more benefits. You'll find more allies. You'll find your tribe,
I hope so.
and it's gonna get better, you know. So just
Yeah.
trust the process.
Yeah, I'm learning to do that. Thank you. Because honestly, I feel like being more so spiritual and tapping into, my spiritual gifts and all that. Like I have never felt as loved as I do now. And for the first time in my life, I do not feel alone. Like the girl before was saying, and it's not even on a physical plane because I actually have like zero friends, you know what I mean? But like for the first time in my life, I can attest like I feel like God's love, and like truly connected because that's something that I was searching for a long time and then it just shifted and then like talking to my ancestors that like I just genuinely feel loved, and that wasn't what it was before. So like I can say that I am blessed now, yeah.
Well, I think we're always blessed, and when we realize that God is within us, the idealism, that word, God is very neutral in
Hmm.
a sense, because we are our own personal God goddess, because we are the duality, we are, you know, the higher. So once we start understanding that this is who we are from inside, and that's what Ampere, um, encompasses, is that the power is in us. We need to return to ourselves. We need to trust in our abilities and our gifts because we know who we are. We've always known. Um, but even when it comes down to our belief systems, are we going to let other people's belief systems, jurisdict and dictate how we operate, or are we really going to go with who we are? Because we know we are of higher caliber, higher entity, higher spiritual. And once we start unlocking that, everything unfolds, everything encompasses us, and then we get to be our true self. And it's awesome,
Yeah.
you know.
It does sound awesome. My biggest fear though is I know it stems from trauma is I literally have a fear of like stepping into my power. I know that's like self-sabotage and I know that like stems from home. And like I said, I read tarot as well. And one of the questions that I asked God was, what can I do to better serve you or, make you happy? And literally I got the magician card. So it's like, and also strength. And then for some reason, like when I read both cards, I kind of like cringed because I'm like power, you know what I mean?
Inner
Like
power, yeah.
yeah, like like trauma is that deeply embedded into me. Like I'm literally afraid, to step into my power because it's like power. I have power.
Oh, I get it. We always have that hesitation, especially like, you know, especially when we know we have it, but it's just like, oh, but and part of it is the programming from Catholicism and belief systems. Um, but it's going to take time. Like it's easy to say like, oh yeah, this is what it is, but when you have to do it, it's just like, oh man, right? Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like when you first start making like a pot of beef stew. Like yeah, it needs beef, but you're scared to put the beef in because the oil's going to pop, and then but the beef needs to be in that stew, right?
Yeah.
So that's where we have to learn within ourselves that we need to be able to put our beef in that stew, right? So in a mundane aspect, so it's okay to be afraid. It's just that you're transitioning into this place where okay, I have to do this, you know. And once you get there, just take that step. Be very Piscean when you do it, because half of the time Pisces, I don't know how they do it, but they're just so fearless in a way. They can go into a burning house that's like basically collapsing, and they come out still smiling and happy, and they're just like, okay, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
and you're looking at them like, I don't understand, and they're just like, what? And they'll keep going. So allow yourself to understand where you are right now. Um, you're going through a process of elevation. You're stepping into a lot of your ascension and your gifts and abilities, but allow yourself to be confident and just say, you know what, let's do this. Take that step when you're ready, of course. But either way, everything in life you lose something, but you also gain. You
Yeah.
know, so I feel like you'll be good.
Thank you. Does anybody want to do my shadow work for me? I would like really appreciate that.
No skipping steps. You know what? I'm very Capricorn on this. No, you don't get to
Oh, are you a
skip
Capricorn as
them.
well?
A Capricorn ascendant, but
I'm a
I'm a Scorpio
Capricorn
sun.
sun.
Oh, really? That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't be doing any shadow work for you. And side note, if anybody else out there, if any other practitioner tell you or try to charge you that they can do your shadow work for you, they're full of shit. I'm here to tell you they are lying. They are lying and they're trying to get you for some coins, honey. Don't fall for that. That's something you got to do. But I want to give Embry a chance because Shannon, baby, you are my last person. The other person that was here left. But I really wish you and Mariah lived next door to each other. I swear. I really see like one hell of a friendship button, you know, between the two of y'all. I don't know why the energy is just like, even when you guys were backstage, I saw it. I really wish you and Mariah lived next door. I send y'all some money to go eat ramen together or something.
That's so sweet. No, I resonated with her. Like, she was so sweet, honestly.
Yeah.
So sweet.
She is very much. Okay, go ahead, Emperor. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's fine. My phone cut off earlier, so I had missed what you were saying. I'm so sorry, Shannon. Okay.
It's okay. No worries.
But basically, the spread, the spirit knows. So you are familiar with the Nine of Pentacles, correct? So
yeah.
Poised. What that is, and then you have not for you.
It says not for you. I wonder what that means.
Create. So basically, just with that, just those three cards, you are being called to be independence. That is that confidence. The Nine of Pentacles is that independence, that self-confidence. Even be resilient in the way. So just because the parents was here, because they could be, created your parents. You have unprocessed rage. It says rage and truth. So that's that unprocessed resentment.
Yeah.
That you're getting from them, that you're actually kind of averting yourself to, that not for you. You're kind of trying to block your parents in a way. So you're kind of being called to really accept it and express how you feel about their structure, how they may have raised you, the things that they didn't do for you, things they did do to you. But you're really being called to understand that you're being separated from that structure as well.
Yeah.
And it is scary. But because the way this energy is, they want you sitting poised. You're going to be pushed to sit in your confidence, to sit and stand on yourself. You are being, because we even got cosmic power, which this is why I was laughing. I don't know if you know this, because everything that they're saying is like spirits like, yes. First off, you have to process this grief or this animosity that you have towards your parents. You have to go through it. You're going to have to accept it. Even they want to encourage you to express it because you're blessed. You're coming into a time, you have blessings coming, because you have blessed in Treasure Island. You have things that they're bringing to you that you're getting ready to be given from spirit, but it's going to have to cause you to make some independent choices and actions for yourself. So with the not for you, if you're wondering why you don't have other friends or other people around you, because it's something about your voice. It's something about you needing to take control, you needing to make decisions and choices, because you do have this. I didn't get the other part where you were saying, but it does have something to do with your parents and maybe things that they may have wanted for you. It is not for you. You do have something else that you're supposed to do, but it's involving you having to take have confidence in yourself and make choices for yourself. But really speak your truth about it. I'm getting that I'm not sure if you're angry now, but there is some sort of resentment there that you have to come towards acceptance with. They are asking you to stand in your power. Stand in your voice. It's really just a voice for you to speak out even by how you feel, what you don't like. If it's people around you, I can get a little bit of annoyance here.
Yeah, I feel like my mom thinks I talk too much.
Oh, that's funny. So it's your voice. It is accepting you for you. I mean, you're being pushed to really depend on yourself. So that independence.
Yeah.
And I know that can be scary. Because even with the family structure, your parent structure, they may even make you think that you can't do it on your own, but you're definitely being pushed to do so. But not in a disrespectful way. Because then you have miracles, you have intuition, good juju. So there's good things because new beginnings for you. You do have blessed. There's even if it's money because you did get Treasure Island, it's something that's coming towards you, but it really is gonna require you to be honest, to be open, to be independent, make choices for yourself, and follow your gut because you got intuition, Queen Nandi. And then I see the mom here because she's holding the child. So even if it may be a little scary, not accepting their opinions about things or what they may want for you, because it's not that time. I mean, it's not for you. It's not the time for you to be codependent with co-creating. It's not. And so you definitely are being pushed to stand in that power. And I'm going to read the power card for you. Because you even have Mama Lisa, excuse me, that's the masculine and feminine, so both mom and dad. They even that energy, that aspect of your life. You're kind of being called to really balance both of them, but really, it's really time for you to start making the choices and understand that you have the confidence in your logic and your practicality and your spirituality to make wise choices for yourself, to be independent, to even accept how you really feel, because their rage is there. So if you feel like things that were unfair, don't suppress it. I'm really getting that you need to communicate it and feel it and allow it yourself to feel it. If they wanted certain things for you, if they planned out your life, if they wanted you to do certain things, was not for you, that's not for you. You know this. You know you have something better. I see that. You know there's something better. There's something different that you want with Treasure Island, your dreams, your goals. So you're at this really, you're being told to really be independent and even when it comes to your true desire. But I'll read the rage, but we're gonna start with Mua Lisa, excuse me. Power. It says you're in the right place. Release the fear of your power. You are sacred. You are magic. Now that you know this, you can no longer pretend not to. They want you in at 9 of Pentacles. They want you poised in their independence. Rise up to your magnificence. Love and accept yourself fully to unlock everything you seek. Stop pretending to be less than you are. Your real power has nothing to do with external gains. Cosmic power cannot be destroyed or lost. You were created by the same force that birthed the sun and the moon. And then it says, my power shines forth from within. That's that self-confidence. So if you got that strength card, that's the Leo confidence, baby. They want you to be confident, but know that you have it. And that you are powerful, that you are capable of making wise choices and decisions on your own. It's a little scary, but it's kind of like, you're 18 now, go make decisions. It's kind of being pushed to be independent by spirit, because there's a conflict with your parents versus what you want, what they want, the structure of how they taught you and raised you when you were younger versus what you know for yourself because you have intuition. Are you going to dare to dream, dare to actually do something different, but know that you do have enough power, your inner voice, your inner power to bring about this change, to receive these blessings. You are blessed. You do have favor because you have good juju.
That's so sweet. Thank you. I'm gonna think about this all day.
Rewatch it.
Yeah. It's actually my first time joining YouTube Live, so like I didn't even know like I could do that.
Yeah, we're here. We're here. We're going to be doing a lot more. I would like to, I really want you guys to get familiar with Emprey's energy, and any other reader that I have that I promote under my name, just know that they're damn good. And
Yeah,
they're
Empress doing good right now. I'm like, what?
yes.
I also do pre-recorded readings. I record readings so that way you'll be able to keep them. That's an option. Or you can have the option like now, you see here that we're live, or versus because I know a lot of people aren't free on the weekend, and my schedule kind of makes me only free on the weekend. So I have the option you can send a request and I'll record a reading for you and then I'll send it to you.
Okay,
that way you'll be able to watch it and you'll even be able to save it and things like that. We want to talk about rage because I'm really just getting that expression. But it says take a breath, close your eyes, and put both your hands over your lower abdomen. Tune to the part of you that feels out of control, flooded with love, healing, and golden light. Now put both of your hands over your heart and do the same. You have the right to your full range of emotions, including anger. Sacred rage inspires us to run for office, lead protests, and shift policies. But unhealthy rage can devour your very soul. Get clear on what is really happening. Allow yourself to feel your feelings and to see the truth. Just because you feel threatened doesn't mean you're being threatened. And then it says, I have the right to feel my feelings. That's that justifying yourself. With the parents, or even if it's just people around you, it's you having to speak up and accept this is how you feel. Validate yourself, because you're being called, to really be in that leader role, that independent. And when it comes to being independent, you got to make choices for yourself. You gotta not even make choices for yourself, even lead things. You're being separated from people, opinions that don't matter, people. The overall codependency energy is being destroyed for you, so you can be in that Nine of Pentacles, so you can get your blessings, because your blessings, I'm getting the type of blessings that you're about to receive. You're gonna have naysayers. You're gonna have people who want to pick, people who want to construct things for you. But in order for you to be able to make independent choices, it has to do with your family, your parent, your parental structure that you're gonna have to deal with. I do see some anger. I would definitely even just talk to them, even if there's no, it just express. That's all it is. Express how you really feel.
Yeah, I do that a lot with my mom, but I feel like
she don't listen.
She doesn't listen. She's a Haitian woman. You know what I mean? Like oh my God. I was thinking of even writing a letter. I was even thinking of doing a self-love spell on her, because I had seen that you posted a self-love spell. And I even asked the cards if that's okay, but it's I'm just I cut my dad off already because he's genuinely not a good person. But my mom, I feel like if I heal, she'll heal as well. But she makes it very difficult for me, you know what I mean, to work with her. It's very frustrating talking to that lady.
I understand. Ooh, if don't nobody understand, I do with my mama.
Yeah, I see the mother and child.
You're not talking to me right
now. But with this, it's really doing it for yourself. Because I can see her not listening. I'm sorry, that was just so there. But it's expressing just for you, whether they hear it, whether they understand it. It is for you finding your voice, because you need to get that confidence back. You're gonna have people, you can tell one thing and it goes in one ear and out the other. It doesn't mean you didn't say what you said.
Yeah.
That's that validating yourself. With the intuition, because this is you're being the overall just standing in your truth, trusting your choices and your decisions. And even because you have this sort of blockage with your mom with the communication, that can kind of stagnate you. It causes you kind of maybe want to second guess yourself. You're needing that approval that parents normally give us.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom's voice. Her critiquing voice is my inner voice.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's like one thing I have to break out of. It's literally like, you know what I mean? It's literally her.
Yep, no, I'm seeing that the foundations, how they how she raised you, that plays a big role. I can see why this can potentially be scary for you because you're kind of being forced to move away from that, find your own inner voice. Because you see the mom and the child here. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going you. Yeah, you're getting your independence, your voice, you're finding you. But for you to have this new life or this desire, this wish, this blessing that's coming towards you, you're gonna have to kind of pull away from that structure,
Mm-hmm.
that parental um, foundation or whatever they put over you, or she put over you.
Yeah.
So whether you like it or not, you're getting kind of pushed off the cliff. You know, you're dangling there and you're being pushed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to Noonday, which is truth. And there's that orange, that fairy, that fire, that confidence that you're gonna have to
Embrace. Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna get one of those straight to the face kind of push versus light push. It's just tough love. It says get real. What is your truth? Truth telling matters. Being able to hear the truth matters just as such. Tell the truth. Each person has their own version. Speak yours. Words have impact. Remember that we all have triggers. Think before you speak and listen with compassion. Be gentle and stay calm in truth telling conversations. The truth is my friend. If there's a little bit of like gaslighting or second guessing when it comes to your mom, because you know you do hold her in this sort of high honor as your mother, you know that's your guy. It's still being able to trust yourself, even if it doesn't seem like you're right. You know,
Yeah.
that's when you're being pushed because you have your intuition. You're being pushed to trust your intuition.
Yeah. Which is, it's hard to do that when you're constantly like being fueled by trauma, you know? It's like, am I traumatized or is it my intuition? Yeah.
Yep. And that whole structure, because you know the code is they're telling us not for you. All of that has to fall.
That's scary. Because my mom, it's like, because my dad abandoned her, you know what I mean? And she came into like a foreign country. I was kind of like her, and I'm an only child, so it's been like me and her, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like I feel like I sometimes feel like I'm more of the parent than my mom, you know? And it's kind of like she doesn't want me to grow up in a way, or she wants me to grow up her way, if that makes sense. Like even next semester, like I'm studying abroad and she's like, no, I don't want you to go. But like, you know, I'm still going to go. But she's like, no, I don't want you to go. Are you sure you want to go? But it's like, why wouldn't you want me to have an opportunity like that? You know what I mean? But for her, it's really just like fear. And like the fear that she feels, it literally like, it consumes me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's projected onto you. And that's a lot what you're facing too. To even understanding the source of why you feel the way you feel about certain things, why you have that anxiety, why you second guess. It's because your mom. You know, you're learning this from your mom subconsciously as well.
Yeah.
So I understand that this is a powerful transition for you. To be pushed like this to stand, but it's because you have this confidence. Because in a way, I know I'm getting this, but you're gonna kind of have to take the lead for your mom. You know, this is one of those moments where you're gonna kind of have to show her, you know, that you can do it. Just because she's like this, you're being pushed. This is why you're being pushed to stand in your power, being pushed to speak up, to be confident, to trust your gut the first time. You're being pushed to do this because in a way she's going to restrict you. But you are blessed. I mean, you have blessings coming. You do have this favor. You do have support. But definitely follow your intuition. You're gonna have to take the lead road.
Yeah.
And don't be so codependent. So I do get the insecurity, the uncertainty, because you have to do that. With 35, we'll do intuition. It says you already know. Take a deep breath and surrender to what you know to be true. trust your inner wisdom and guidance. What is your guidance telling you? Put your hands over your third eye, in the center of your forehead, and ask, if I knew what the answer is, what would it be? Then follow the first instinct. The creator and your ancestors connect with you through your intuition. Trust your internal GPS. The nudges, signs, and coincidences are divine guidance. Slow down, go for a walk in meditation, be present with nature, and pay attention. Be present. Being present allows you to fear, hear, see, and sense your guidance. And then the declaration for that is, I am the knowing. With 42 and miracles, this is like the change that you're about to experience.
Hoping I can become a millionaire soon.
Speaking of, you got money, you got something. You got something.
Right. Yeah.
You got something coming, baby. It says you are a magnet for miracles. You are a miracle. What if you truly allowed yourself to believe? All things are possible. Dare to dream bigger. You claim you want miracles, but you take that I will believe it when I see it
Oh my
approach.
goodness.
But what if you'll see it after you believe it? Believe that you deserve to be, do, have the world you want for yourself. You can be your true self, and that's that voice, because that's the you want to express yourself, your expression. Leos are very expressive. So believe that you deserve to be, do, and have the world that you want for yourself. You can be your true self, do what awakens your soul, and have your desires. It's emphasizing a lot of you, that separating from what your mom wants or what your parents have done for you, and really rebuild your foundations. But it can't have strong foundations if you don't have a strong foundation in yourself.
Yeah.
It says, this is life's miracles. If you haven't witnessed your miracles yet today, ask for it and allow it in. And the declaration for that is, my life is full of miracles. Even if you standing in your power might be your first miracle, you being that miracle. And then you got good juju with now, Nina, how I say the last name? Is it Maria Laveau or
Laveau?
Laveau. Okay.
Mali.
Oh, well, that's a powerful person. I mean,
Very.
watch American Horror Story. Yeah.
Well, there's a theme here for you, with the power. It says, good luck is yours now. You have been granted the greatest inheritance. Embrace your divine abundance. You have good juju. This is a time of increase for you. You are heirs to a rich heritage of divine prosperity. Accept your ancestral inheritance. Good juju is abundance. Luck is being supported by the universe. Abundance is the God/goddess way. Just as you want abundance for those who come after you, your creator embraces abundance, embraces wealth for you too. And then the declaration for that, which is like my favorite, is all I do is win.
Yeah. Thank you. That was beautiful, because I'm working to heal so that the women that come after me, they'll already be healed, So like, good job. Thank you. That was great.
Yeah, she's amazing. I be telling y'all, as soon as I put my stamp on a reader, you already know they the truth. They are the truth. She is amazing.
I'm going to rewatch this like 20,000 times before going to bed, I do have 2 questions though that are kind of like, I don't know, I want everybody to weigh in, hopefully. Like, what do you guys think of doing like a self-love spell on my mom?
I do teach. I have a tutorial that
I
teaches
watched
you how to
it.
do it. So I don't see anything wrong or baneful with helping somebody love themselves. I think that's probably the most beneficial yet harmless spell that could ever be done. Nobody should feel guilty for loving themselves. A lot of people struggle with loving themselves. Some people don't even feel like they're worthy enough to love themselves. And that's like really sad. And for a parent who has children under them, and I know you're of age, but you're still her baby.
Yeah.
Her loving her will only benefit you and the rest of the family, as along with mostly benefiting her. So I personally don't see anything wrong with it. Now, I normally shy against doing spell work, A, for other people, and B, for people who are not within our practice. I don't. Like, example, I have a whole bunch of Christian family members be like, do a money spell for me. And I'm like, No, you have a whole ass pastor. You give 10% of your money. If you struggling, bitch, go ask him for the money. You paying him every week, you know.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not gonna, and also side note, I don't believe in asking my ancestors and using them for money spells, but they not putting no work in, getting to know them. They're not
That's
doing
how I
none of
feel
their
as well.
groundwork.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be used as a personal genie, and you're not gonna use my ancestors as a personal genie. But for this situation, love spells are always in season. Even if you see a kid walking down the street and you look at him, and maybe you're an empath and you see that this kid got low self-esteem, hell, doing a love spell so they can love themselves, and you don't even may
Yeah.
not even know this kid, I think is always in season. You guys, I don't know if y'all agree, Nina, Empri, but that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. You
I
definitely can, especially if like they don't know how to start processing their own personal trauma. Because
Yeah.
like for people like us, like who have to do it alone, most of the time we're asking, why doesn't somebody help me, right? If it's warranted, definitely, you can give some of yourself to it because they have to do the work. It's just like Mariah was saying, like I was spoon feeding her, and it was just the fact that if you really want to learn, if you really want to put in that evolution towards yourself, you're gonna have to do some kind of work. I'm not trying to be mean when I do it. That's
Yeah.
not what I'm trying to do. It's I want to see how much effort you're willing to evolve for yourself. And let me tell you, when you get to a certain point, they'll start to realize it,
Mhm.
and then they'll start growing. So that's my input.
Yeah.
I agree with both, and even with the cards that it just got is you having to be that leadership role, kind of having to show your mom.
Mhm.
That's why you're being pushed to be independent. But yes, as far as doing something, because it's the intention behind it. You are connected to her. The energies. You are your mother's daughter. So even if you want to correct by you doing this, it's going by even you choosing to stand in your own power, loving yourself, it's going to kind of help heal her as well. But yes,
Mhm.
as far as doing the spiritual self love on her, that I mean, that kind of in a way like touches my heart because it's going to heal your mom. Yes, that will help her.
Yeah.
And it's going to help you as well. So energetically, you're in the cards. I mean, they do want you to kind of take that role. Do
Mhm.
not become her parent though. Make sure you
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah.
But lead her, because you never know how healing may show up in life or how people may need healing. Maybe your mother getting the healing that she needs is through you.
Yeah, I feel that way. I feel like that is like my purpose of being here, to kind of like lift her up, because my mom's like 60 and I feel like through her whole 60 years it's like she's not even been alive. I know like she passed a lot of trauma onto me, but like she does mean well, you know? And it just sucks because it's like you're supposed to be my parent, but like I don't love myself. You know what I mean? Like you taught me that. And I've told her that, but she's like, oh my gosh, can we talk about something else? It's like, you know,
So then
yeah,
that's why you're gonna show her.
yeah,
This is that for you, but do it for yourself as well. But you get to show her that all her fears and everything that she projected is not gonna happen.
yeah,
By you standing in that power, standing in and using your voice and even helping her to heal. Um, you can be that blessing for her. I mean, you are a blessing for her.
Mhm.
Um, because you have that card. She's you understand what happened and you're not sure, don't want to make this longer than what it is, but
mm-hmm.
there are things that made your mom act the way that she acts. There's a
Yeah,
reason that she has these boundaries. There's a reason that she has these insecurities and she projects them onto you, ultimately out of fear. By
yeah,
you standing in your power and being confident and healing, you know what I mean? You're going to help heal that for her as well, for both of you.
mm-hmm.
By showing her that it the worst is not going to happen, or that you can achieve this, that you can do this, but that's by you being you have to be in that leader role. That's you having to be in the Nine of Pentacles, the independent, thinking for yourself.
Thank
um
you. This
but
is
you
everything I needed to hear. Honestly, it was everything I needed to hear because I didn't know what to do in terms of my mom, but like you confirmed everything for me, honestly.
You're welcome.
Yes. Wait, I do have my last question, which is sorry. I know I'm taking up a lot of time. Camphor. How long do you leave camphor in a glass of water for? Is there like a limit to it? Because like Google doesn't tell me.
Girl, don't go to Google. Don't go to Google. Anytime with whatever type of offering you're doing, and not just, I know like a lot of people, anytime you leave something out for your ancestors for spirit, you remove it once you feel like they've been like you, it's no set time. You know what I mean? Like you might feed your ancestors and you might leave the food out overnight, or Hawaiian Boo might leave it out for a few hours, or Empri might leave it out for maybe an hour. It all just depends on you and you know and how you, because like if you really tap in to the energy of who you're feeding and what you're doing, the work you're doing as a whole, you'll get that tug when it's time to remove something. You'll know.
Yeah.
It's no
Yeah.
set time, baby. I can't, and that's why I'd be like, don't go to Google, y'all. Get you a an ethical teacher that's willing to teach you, that you somebody you can sit at their feet and learn from. But don't go to social media, don't go to TikTok, because
Yeah.
they will have you fucked up.
Oh no, I don't get spiritual advice. Yeah, no, I'd rather not. I feel like I'm gifted enough to be able to do these things myself, but sometimes I'm like, I wish I had a mentor though, you know? It's like there's nobody around
Join
me.
my Patreon.
Yeah, I was gonna say unless one of you guys want to adopt me, I will
Like we can be influential mentors, you know.
Okay.
And
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. I appreciate you, Shannon, for popping in. I truly do.
Thank you for the
very,
reading,
very-
and thank you for the astrology advice. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thanks.
Not a
guys.
problem.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
sweetheart. You're welcome. You guys, I want to thank you guys for joining us today. I want to thank you guys for being patient with the process. Excuse my hair. I know I look a hot ass mess. For the process of me finding another reader, I want to thank you guys. It has not been easy. A lot of people hit me up and I'd be like, hell no. And I know when it's real, when I get confirmation from spirit and the person slides in with no hiccups, like a clean wax floor. And that's exactly what happened with Empri. She's amazing to work with, as you guys have seen her work. She's damn good. If you would like to book a reading with Empri, go to the AWB website, scroll down, see her beautiful picture, and click the link to direct you directly to her website so that you can book a reading directly with her. Slots are limited because she only is able to read on the weekend. She's a career woman, just like I'm a career woman, you know? So if you guys want, she also has an option to make things more convenient where she can pre-record. So please contact her. Please, you guys support her. She is amazing. And it was something I wanted to address, because a couple of people were commenting, and I know you guys, Nina and Empri, weren't able to read the comments and pay attention, but I was. Traveling Empress, honey, thank you for your commentary in the chat. I have not seen your request to join the group yet. I have been waiting for it. I will approve you soon as I see it pop up. Sherelle Brown, it is a pleasure and honor to see you again popping in. They would like to know, Hawaiian Boo, how can they book a chart reading with you? I've been sticking my foot up his ass along with Empri. We both have, for him to get his scheduling page up so that you guys can book a read. We're gonna work on it though, but you can always hit him up through Messenger and he will schedule you in. The price is very cost effective. Deeply Rooted, hello. I have not seen you in a minute. It's very good to see you. Hello, hello. Tiger Lily, that's who I was looking for. Thank you for the super chat sticker. Also, I want to thank you for that comment that you made where Jaden Hazel said that I've inherited generational curses that can't be broken and voodoo curses. I feel so low and depressed. And I was itching, but I couldn't interrupt the reading with Empri, but I really wanted to jump in there and make a statement. But Spirit had other plans, and Tiger Lily stepped in, and I'm going to highlight her comment and said, no such thing as generational curses, just generational trauma being passed down generation to generation. You have this power to change anything. Healing trauma is a part of our journey. And I couldn't have said it better my damn self, because I don't believe that babies are born into this world cursed. If you worship a deity, and I know Christianity teaches this, but if you worship a deity that will curse a baby, you might want to rethink. Okay. I do believe, just like Tiger Lily said, in transgenerational trauma. And we saw a common thread with the people that came in the calls today. where people have experienced trauma, and that can be passed down by behaviors, unlearned behaviors, unhealing, to kids. And somebody else, I think it was Mariah, who said, why have kids if you know you got to heal? And I agree with her in theory, but in practice, people have kids. Somebody get their macaroni stirred one night, and next thing you know, 10 months later, a beautiful baby is born,
Macaroni.
But shut up.
Yeah.
But once you have that baby in your hand, a lot of times people are so unconscious of the amount of trauma that they have or that they're carrying around that they unknowingly inflict that shit onto their children. Or sometimes they're so goddamn sadistic and narcissistic that they knowingly inflict the shit on their children, innocent as babies that are born. So I highly recommend that you guys heal. Whatever that may be, shadow work, therapy, whatever the case may be, getting readings, Reiki healing, do what you need to do to heal yourself, because it is not, you were not brought back to this realm to suffer and be miserable. That's not your purpose, honey. I don't give a damn what the church say. I don't give a damn what the masjid say. I don't give a damn what the imam, the pastor, the deacon. I don't give a shit what none of them say. That is not your purpose. You didn't come here just to be the dumping ground and be some man's rehabilitation center or be some woman's fucking financier. That's not your job. Okay. So I want to thank you guys again. If you would like to book a reading with Empri, please click the link that's in the description box. Go to her website and book directly with her. If you would like a consultation with me, that is not a reading. I tell you guys right now, a consultation with me is not a reading. It's just that spell work consultation. You can click my website and book that. If you would like a chart reading, please hit up Nina Jack on Facebook. Message him and he will schedule you in. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate you. Welcome to the AWB team, Empri. You are amazing, and we will see you guys soon. You guys, Empri and Hawaiian Boo, stay put. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
All right.